My name is Joseph Eatman. I am a United States Marines. My wife and I were saved January 28, 2012. It's most definitely been a life-changing event. There's no way to explain it unless you've actually been through life. Her and I coming up without per se being in Christian homes, growing up, we had a different background, different lifestyle than most people to come into this. It is most definitely a life-changing event. The Lord has blessed us in so many ways. I can't even tell you, between wonderful family, family job, beautiful daughter, so many things that just become better with our lives. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's just to say that things in our lives nowadays are definitely in the right direction. It keeps us strong. It's definitely brought us from a path that was not good at all. Being in the military and being Christian is definitely different nowadays. There was a saying in the Marine Corps, was God, country, corps. And I'm not sure about other branches of service, but it seems like that's not so prevalent nowadays. More people are more worried about themselves and what they got going on. There's wars going on right now that not per se everyone agrees with. There's so many things that are political that it just makes no sense how much people are trying to absorb. Being that today we're kind of representing Memorial Day, a few things I wanted to say about Memorial Day kind of correlate with some scriptures that I found. Starting off with kind of Google in general, Memorial Day. And everyone kind of knows what it is, but defined in Google says Memorial Day is the day which those who have died in active military service are remembered. But not everybody sees it that way. It's like Richard said, some people see it as a day off. People just see it as barbecues. It does not eat. Memorial Day is a day to remember the men and women, fathers and mothers, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, and cousins that valiantly and selflessly gave their lives for the community, for the rights, privileges, beliefs, freedoms, which we still enjoy today. A lot of people seem to forget that their sacrifices were so great. Without the sacrifices and of these people and many families, our country would not be what it is today. And God only knows how our country would be, or what would come of it if those lives were lost and the sacrifices were made. In 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 13, Paul reminds us to be strong. He writes, "Be on the alert, stand firm in the faith, act like men to be strong." I can only imagine how alert the brave men and women of our military must have to be while in harm's way, hours of firefighting, mental and physical fatigue, standing firm, unwavered by the unease of the unknown, having faith such as Moses, Joshua, and David, and all the great leaders of the Old Testament. And God would protect them and deliver them. Being strong and doing all they did with love and devotion. And you can only imagine the amount of love and devotion and dedication and faith that it took for those brave souls to be able to face such a ruthless enemy. Memorial Day is not only a day for remembrance, though, it's also a day to be humble and honor those who have made sacrifices for our freedoms. In Romans 13:7, Paul tells us to be humble and give honor, rendering to all what is due them. Tax to whom tax is due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, and honor to whom honor. Today, let us not only remember those who have fallen, but let us render them what is due. Let us honor, let us respect their sacrifices, and let us remember what they gave for their lives, and what they gave for us, which is our freedoms. On this day, we should also remember the families who have made sacrifices and given their lives and the lives of their children for our freedoms as well. In Psalms 34:18, David writes this, "The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." We're reminded that the Lord is with those who grieve and call him. He will be our rock, and he will be our courage. He gives us wisdom and comforts us. He will deliver us and make us whole. For those who believe in him, he will take away the sorrows and help us to see honor in the sacrifices that were made. Memorial Day is not only just a day of remembrance and honor, it is also a day to thank families who have made great sacrifices, but also a day to love and show appreciation. In John 15:13, which Zach was saying a wonderful song about, it says, "Greater love has no one than this, that one lay down his life for his friends." Laying down one's life for the cause of the greater good is the ultimate sacrifice. These men and women who have given their very lives so we can enjoy ours, worship Christ freely, it shows this. We should also remember and be reminded that the love of Jesus Christ has for us, and understanding as we are, He willingly and selflessly gave His life for us, so our sins would be forgiven. He showed us dedication, and He paid the ultimate sacrifice. When we think of Memorial Day, we shouldn't just think of military. If you take it back, Christ gave up everything so that we could be free of sin and be loved and have eternal life. Unwavering dedication, making sacrifices, loving, honoring, grieving, and remembrance are just a few attributes that allow the men and women of the military over the years have shown. This day is dedicated to that. But we should also remember that these are attributes that Jesus Christ showed us as well. So let's not only remember and memorialize generations of lives given, but let's also remember and thank God for His great sacrifices for us. For some gave all, but all gave some. All gave some, but some gave all. For as they had done this, so has God. There have been many military members deployed. Some didn't come back. They made that sacrifice. They knew what they were doing. They signed a contract to do this because they love their countries and their families and the ideals that we stand up for. Last thing I have here is, for God so loved the world, He gave His only begotten Son. Whosoever believes in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. That's the ultimate sacrifice. Just use this weekend to not only remember those who are fallen,